And yes, here we are. Welcome, Espresso Sesh episode 116. My name is Antonino Musco. I have the honor and the pleasure to host Samuele here from WWNBB collective. We were never being boring.
The honor and the pleasure is mine. Thanks for having me here.
Pleasure. Our pleasure. All right, so we have today we're gonna go through like almost 10 years of history of an independent record label. So started in 2009. From you were in Italy still.
Yeah, I was still in Italy.
Yeah, microphone.
Hey. I was still in Italy, and with some friends, we just, decided to try and start a label, when all the labels are closing and especially independent labels are struggling, we decided to start our own as a collective and especially to have fun and release the music that we liked without really thinking about, what is business plan or all of that stuff that we really don't care much about still. So
mostly it's just for the passion of music
yeah.
and for the love of music, no? And,
exactly.
And also to like help, give to
True.
bands and
friends. Music is something that unites, and especially in our view of music. That's why it's still a collective. Despite me being here in California and the
rest of the team is there in Italy.
Yeah.
And so we just listened to the Weird Bloom from the album Bliss Sonia. Can you put it out?
Is.
Yes.
Bliss Sonia from Weird Bloom. It's a band from Rome. This is their second album. It just came out in January of this year. I really love their psychedelic pop. It's a very, 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 very cool album. It's been picked up by NPR as well. They discovered them at South by Southwest last month, and they put one of their songs in one of their playlists. So, yeah, they're doing good.
Yeah, doing good. But also, I see that being a record label collective, spread between California and Italy. You work a lot, I guess, with local Italian bands, no?
I do.
And European bands.
Yeah, mainly. I mean, the bridge that we're trying to build is for Italian bands that sing in English, and also for bands from outside of Italy who wants to play or have their album listened in Italy as well. So the connection between Italy and the US, for example, has been working pretty well. It's growing. It's not easy because of factors like language and accent, but we know something about it. So
also you can give some direction to probably Italian bands. Due to the fact that you live here, and also,
I'm the one that makes the mistakes first, and then I can tell the others how to not make the mistakes.
Because you already did, so you know already. Okay,
that's how it works.
I couldn't tell, because of the music, just listening to the music, that this band was from Rome.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Also, we're gonna do this. There's a nice blossoming scene in Italy, about. They do indie alternative rock.
Definitely, there's a lot of movement, and despite the fact that a big part of the young musicians and market is still focused on singing in Italian, there's a lot of music that wants to go outside of the border, and a lot of new and young musicians who sing in English, and they definitely want to come to the US and play here, or the UK, or in Europe, or everywhere in the world. I'm thinking about Japan because this band, for example, the Yellow Traffic Light from Turin, their album was released last month, and they have a big fascination for Japan and Japanese, and in fact they include some lyrics in Japanese, believe it or not. And they're working on their tour in Japan for next year now. So there's a lot of Italians who want to bring their music and their art outside of the country.
Let's play a song out of this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Everything You'll Need is the single. There's also a very nice video on YouTube.
Yes, the yellow traffic lights, WWNBB label. So these were the yellow traffic lights, one of the latest release of WWNBB. We were never bit boring, no? So let's ask why the name, where it's coming from.
Okay, so the name comes from a song by the Pet Shop Boys.
Okay.
It's a great song. I don't remember the title of the album where it comes from, but so in this collective, the core of the collective is around a few people, and one of them is a DJ blogger. It's a prominent character in the Italian music scene. His name is Enzo, but goes by Polaroid. And in the moment when it's like when you choose the name of a band, you know, it's like, okay, we have the idea, we have the instruments, but what's the name of the band? But he came up with the name, and we loved it. And the song, if you want to go and search for it, it's a very nice song that brings back a lot of 80s nostalgia. So I think it fits the name of the label. And then for reasons of shortening and having a decent size logo, we decided to go with the acronym WWNBB. Yeah. Also, we hope to avoid lawsuits by the Pet Shop Boys. So.
Yeah. And in these 9 years, probably you guys have never been boring with the releases and.
Yeah, we're definitely never bored. There's a lot of things that happen when you work with different bands, both on a personal level with the people you work with, and also with the music. And it is definitely one of the most interesting things that I keep doing, and that's why it keeps really my passion alive. Working with new bands, new people, new perspectives, new ideas, and it keeps it really interesting.
You guys been releasing like almost 100 albums so far, no? Something like that.
Yeah, well, we are over 90 for sure, and I'm already starting to think about release number 100.
The famelico.
Exactly, and probably next year some nice parties and live shows to celebrate
10 years of operation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see you guys start pressing vinyl like long ago. Yes,
actually. Since the beginning,
okay.
The very first release was a super limited edition of a mini CD with four version of Waves song, So Bored.
Do it yourself,
Exactly, and the fun thing is that I don't even have a copy of that
of
that release. It's gone. It was so limited that I didn't put my hands on it.
For you.
And then we started with vinyls, and
you brought.
Yeah, I have all of the collection here.
With the Lato A, Lato B.
Exactly.
Yes. The CI stamp. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is something that people outside of Philly don't know, but in Italy we need to put like this little sticker to pay our version of ASCAP. Yeah, which is, it's not a big deal. The thing is really the annoying part of putting the stickers on it.
Okay, but it's also it's expensive. It's way more expensive than ASCAP, and
yeah, well,
you pay a yearly fee, and it's don't focus on
different system. Yeah. But the funny thing is that
you had to apply yourself.
Yeah, well, we do everything ourselves.
So.
But anyway, we started with records immediately with vinyls, and then we were lucky enough to meet or get in touch with a trio from Scandinavia called My Baba and Me, and they kind of started upping the game for us a little more, because the band was really a hit. From the beginning. They're actually, still touring, still releasing. So this is one of the first releases that we had. And for example, the first song, the opener song, last year was re-released by Jack White's label. They recorded, I don't remember the name, but Third Man Records?
Third Man, yeah, probably.
So
Detroit.
And I also played on this record, so maybe we should play something from here.
Let me pick it up, because it's gonna be here in the, and then we set up the turntables too.
This is you should go really at the beginning, exactly.
So this guy,
that guy. Let's see.
How it's done in Italy? How it's done in Italy?
If
so which
after
song?
You maybe.
After you got it. Track number 8. And you're listening to Espresso Sesh, Best Frequencies Forever. We Were Never Been Boring Collective Label Showcase.
After you pushed my heart over, I was sound for a week. I could feel it beating under the sheet. I'm all nerves, you think I look like a harp now. Your shoes on my belly, the bed full of dirt, but I feel it beating softly under the sheet. When I get lazy, I act like I'm crazy. But your manners just send me straight into bed.
So there was my Bubba and me.
My Baba and me.
My
Yeah,
Baba and me?
now just My Baba. They dropped.
They dropped the me. Okay. So this is like a handmade cover, like, you know, this is like do-it-yourself spirit, like to the fullest, no? Like,
Yeah, every single part is handmade, assembled,
and
stamped.
so this was released in
2000,
March 8, 2010.
2010. Thank you.
It's been a minute. No, I mean, I just
Yeah, it's been a while.
2010. I see now you guys press the records in a factory. They are sealed and stuff.
We do it actually here in the Bay Area.
In the Bay Area, yeah. But you know, it's you know, also it's been like a minute, no? Like in this 9 years of.
Yeah, our first release, we decided to press everything separately. So the fun thing is that we have like still boxes of the vinyls on one side and boxes of the covers that have not been glued together.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, that's you know, you go through mistakes and then
Also,
you learn from them.
That's the way. I mean, you start like doing with you and your friends doing a record label, and you didn't know how to. You know, so you learn along the way, and
we're still learning.
Still learning after 10 years. You were playing the bass on this track.
I was playing stand-up bass here, and it was a lot of fun, a lot of nice shows. And they're still playing a lot all over the world. I know they were just in Japan, Australia. They're, you know, I'm really looking forward to see them again. But they're doing good.
And this was, like you said, was the release that actually kind of like gave you guys more like.
Well, yeah. First of all, it was, you know, a band that we had no friendship connection before, so you know, a friend of ours just put us in touch with them, and we had to first of all pretend to be professional and then actually do it. So it was it forced us to be a real record label to a certain degree. But yeah, that taught us how to do many of the things that we're still doing now. And you know, with every band we learn something. Like really, with every band there's a different set of requests, necessities, demands, or aspirations. So every band brings something to the label, probably more than what the label brings to the band, if I have to be honest.
How this work? How this works? Like you find the band finds you, you get unsolicited.
It's a bit of both. You know, sometimes, you know, I still listen to every single email that we receive, and you know, most of the times I do listen, but I don't have time to reply, or I reply if I like the band, but I don't have the chance to put out the record. Or sometimes the friends suggest us a band, and you know, usually that's like a better way to get in touch with us. But it's not you know, going to happen just because a friend tells us that this band is
this band is cool. Like you listen to, and also probably you guys have some like shared evaluation, no, for the band with. Exactly. Coordinate and see if it's like worth it to put it out or not.
Yeah, it's not worth it or not. It's mainly, you know, do we like the sound? Does it tell us something? And you know, most of the times we do it just because we really like it, without thinking, is it gonna, you know, is the band gonna play for 10 years? Is the band gonna sell? We don't really care about that. But yeah, so like for example, the next band that I would like to play is an interesting story, because I knew the band. They had another Italian record label called Home Sleep, and I liked the band. I just found out that the record label had closed after many years of nice releases. So I was like, okay, let's try and write them and see if they want to come and record a new album and release it with us, and they did. And so they came to Italy, they recorded the album, and then I ended up coming back here with them and marrying one of them. But so I'm really connected to this band, and I'm really happy of the story that's behind it. And once here we recorded this album that I really like, and the band is the Ian Face. They're quite known in the Bay Area because they played a lot. I don't know. Let's play something from this album. I would like to play the opening track, Lilies.
Okay, Lilies from the Ian Face. BFF.FM.
And if you're gonna save, you better save it for me. And if you're gonna save, you better bring it overseas. And if you're gonna bring it, you better bring it when I'm there. And if you're gonna bring it, well, you better make my hair change color and grow. 'Cause the heat on the street pushed the silk under my feet and took away all of my lilies. You said it was a parable. I stayed at home living straight. Well, if it's something prodigal, then every time you see a face, you revelate. But even though I stayed at home, I had a right to know. Oh, would you throw a feast for me? And with my suitcase on the stones, I had a right to know. Are you found? Are you found? Are you found? Are you found? Are you still wandering around? Are you still wandering around? Are you still wandering around? Are you still wandering around?
And this was the Ian Face. Nice story behind also.
Yeah.
That the love for music, the love for love, I want to give a shout listening from Cape Town, South Africa, Joe. Thank you for tuning in out
Hey, Joe.
all the way from South Africa, keeping it international. All right. Okay, so this was also to give the example of the aesthetic of the label. You guys are pretty eclectic in your sound, no? You have that, let's say, like this alternative rock kind of.
Indie pop to shoegaze and anything that really touches our heart.
Yes, definitely. So another story like this, like from the EM Face,
as I'm going through the story of the label, I'm making it a little personal. I hope nobody will be offended by it, but I'm going through my own personal story. So when I moved here to San Francisco 10 years ago, almost 9, I reconnected with a band called Still Flying that I guess a lot of people here in the Bay will remember. So I started playing with them. Their bass player, Mark Manon, was the bass player for the Locksmiths, had to move back to Australia, so they needed a bass player. And despite the fact that I begged to look for someone else because they could not possibly compete with Marcus' skills. They probably desperately needed someone, so I started playing with Still Flying, and it was a nice few years. We played together. Now the singer just moved, so I'm not sure actually what's happening with the band, but I'm sure that there will be another chapter somehow, somewhere in the future. But yeah, let's play Traveling Man from this nice 7-inch.
Yeah, I'm seeing also on Bandcamp, like all these records are like sold out now. No, like I mean the records, the actual vinyl.
Yeah.
But you can still get it digitally on the WWNBB.bandcamp, or probably find him on like I met you on the Bay Area Record Fair, no?
Yeah,
like
we try to get out there as much as we can. Obviously, mainly in California and in Italy, but we try to put our records out there.
You were also South by Southwest presenting the label, so you're moving, like you're doing like your
like a traveling man.
Like a traveling man. Okay, let's listen to Traveling Man. It's a single, no?
Yeah, Still Flying.
Still Flying. You know what? Like it's we gotta play this on the vinyl because. Hold on a second.
All right, I like it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna show for who's watching the live stream on Facebook the color of the vinyl.
Yeah. So this is on. All right.
I like how you do everything so quickly.
I know this is okay. So it's Charlie Man, one side. Okay.
Yep.
45. And you're listening to Espresso Sesh, best frequencies forever, every Tuesday from 2 to 4. WWNB. We will never NBB. We will never be boring. It's a label showcase. We are going through almost 9 years of music releases, so there is a lot to talk to, a lot to listen to. It's time to listen to Traveling Man by Still Flying. All right. BFF.FM.
Half is made of glue, the other sand.
Still flying, traveling man, listening to BFF.FM, live from San Francisco Mission District. Want to give a shout to Lello, thank you for listening. Say there's a nice song. Also give a shout to Leandro Joachim, is playing tonight at bottom of the hill with his sextet. It's a new band. Check it out. Bottom of the hill tonight. So still flying, traveling man, WWNBB.
Correct.
So nice edition, like red wax, red vinyl.
Yeah, one of the nice things about vinyls is that you can, be creative with colors.
Also
as well.
with colors and.
Yeah, I know it could, be very difficult to talk to audiophiles because they say that black vinyl is the only medium you should listen your music on, not colors and all that stuff. But, why don't have a little fun with it? So we have a lot of different versions of records pressed on different colors, and
you want to show
fun.
You want to show one real quick.
Let's see what we have here. I think this is a fun one because we pressed it in three different colors. This is B Forest. It's a band from Italy. They play awesome shoegaze. They've been in the US already a couple of times, and we pressed the record. Of course, all of our releases are limited, but we decided to press it in three different colors. That was a lot of fun. And of course it's almost sold out, but or better, it is sold out, I believe. But anyway, this is
I can check it out. I mean, you can buy this music on Bandcamp of the label. We like to support Bandcamp. We like to give a Bandcamp link to buy the music because actually Bandcamp is the one, the digital store that pays better.
Yeah,
the labels and the musician, among the others.
It's a very nice way to connect directly, in this case the label with the listeners, but it's a very nice platform. We really support Bandcamp. I like it. We decided to do, if you go on our website, WWNBB.net, there are two stores because we wanted to have a fair shipping price. So we decided to complicate our lives by making two separate Bandcamp pages for basically each release, and you can, depending on where you live, you can order your copy without paying like $30 for shipping.
How does it work? Sorry for the interruption, but I'm almost over. Almost done with that. So how does it work? I mean, like being like one leg here, one leg in Italy.
Everything is basically doubled. So split in two. So there's like storage here and the storage in Italy. We ship from here, we ship from there, it's great because shipping in Europe or in Italy from here is very expensive. So I know one of the problems for my friends in Italy, and it was a problem for me as well when I was there, ordering records from the US was always like so expensive that most of the times you just don't do it, especially small releases from unknown record labels and or bands that only play in their neighborhood, and you really want the record but you can't get it because the record is like $7 but it's $25 for the shipping, so you don't do it. And with the with the two Bandcamps, it helps quite a bit. So yeah, that's how we deal with it, just splitting everything into
I mean, one side, like heroes of two worlds, no? Like the Americans and Europe. I mean, that's the best way in order to avoid like more expenses.
It's more work, but hopefully people will appreciate our effort.
And also, when you upload, you have to upload double, like two websites, and
I did all of the things that tech people do. I have two screens now, so when I do one Bandcamp, I contemporarily upload the other page as well. It's fun.
Are you happy in your life in California now?
I do like it here. I love San Francisco. I love the Bay Area. It's crazy expensive, as everybody knows. But until I make it, great. Of course, I'm going to tell you a secret now, but I'm not surviving with the label.
You have another job.
Absolutely,
Yeah. I mean, it's.
But yeah, I love it here. There's 300 shows every night. It's amazing. I like it.
And also, it's kind of like a very unique. The West Coast, in particular, the Bay Area. It's been like 10 years you're here, no? Like 8 years. 8 years.
8 years,
so
yeah.
it's the same amount as me. You think there is a sound of the Bay Area?
There's definitely there's a character
There's
of the sound.
of the sound.
Like, it can be many different sounds, but there's something that characterizes the labels, the bands, and maybe it's the openness of the Bay Area. Maybe it's the microclimate of this place, the concentration of differences that are here. But every different genre of music has a characterization that you can pinpoint to the Bay Area, I think.
Okay.
It's
it's the interesting thing, because there are many genres. They are like kind of big here, no? I mean, they're doing okay, no? Let's say.
Yeah, and
but
it's a place where all bands play. It's not like even if you look at Portland, for example, which is another great musical city, they do not have the same amount of shows that we have in the Bay Area. Just the quantity of venues and small spots where you can put up like a improvised stage and play, or festivals. It is unique, and it makes the Bay Area something special.
And a place that you can call home now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least until I can afford rent. But
did you guys have any local artists from the Bay Area, or like from in the label, in the roster?
We had two artists from California. Well, of course, my wife's
Besides,
band.
yeah.
This band is from Seaside, Santa Cruz area. They're called Burn Palms. They're not playing as a band anymore, but they're all active in different ways in the music scene. This is I think we're gonna listen to something out of this one, because I really like this album. Back on My Wall, release I would say 2017, if I'm not wrong. I hope so. I think we can. Do you wanna find it there?
Let me find it. Or you can play it from here. Yes.
Let's see. Yeah, just.
Which song?
I want to make it easy for you. Let's play song 31, which is the first of the B-side of this record.
The B-side, okay.
I don't want you to look for tracks that are not...
It's okay, I know. I do this all the time, so it's a pleasure for me. So what's the name of the track?
31.
31, Burn Palm, WWNBB.
Try, but don't have the time, it never ends.
Burn Ponds, local artists. I'll keep the music in the background.
Nice.
Okay, you let the vinyl play. So this was one local band that is.
Yeah, I met them at San Francisco Pop Fest a few years ago. I was playing with Still Flying, and they were in the bill. And I think Colin Green was playing as well. And I immediately fell in love with their sound, and it was just as natural as it can get. I just get their first record, and then we exchanged email and got in touch, and sure enough, after 1 year we had already one album out, and this is the second album we released together.
Okay, cool. And so that's mostly how it works with the band that you guys like in the collective, no?
Yeah.
So
one of the ways that we get in touch
they
with
operate.
bands.
And you guys also assist on like production, like recording, or mostly like distribution and.
No, we try to help in any way the band wants us to help, like without being overbearing, but just trying to offer whatever we can do, and also we try to do what we don't know how to do yet. But if a band as requests, we definitely try to, we like to try. But some bands come with everything already planned. They already have a team, so they just need the pressing of the record and some distribution, and that's it. Some others require really more organic work around the building of the project and bringing the project from birth to to the
record. Yeah. Sometimes probably you can see some potential, but probably needs to be refined. No, like some bands, I don't know.
Yeah, or sometimes the ideas that bands have are not matching how things work in the market, or just on stage or for festival requests. So. You just need to give some guidance, and as I said, sometimes we offer guidance, sometimes bands give us guidance. So it's a.
I mean, you always learn, with from each other also, no? So
absolutely.
Like, who has more experience, who has more things to teach, It's
absolutely. Yeah, so I don't know. I wanted to stay in California now, because this is another band. These guys are from LA,
okay.
And unfortunately, this is another band that doesn't play, or at least they don't play together anymore. But definitely a nice release, especially
Crescendo.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can play from there, but I'm still gonna show the record.
It's a beautiful record. Yes, it's nice. Yeah, bro. Let's play from the record. Or yeah. What do you think?
Whatever you prefer. It's gonna be easy from this one too, because you're gonna play track number 1. So
okay.
Or actually track number 2. Sorry.
All right. Let's play from here. It's gonna be easier. All right. Yes. So these are the band Crescendo.
Yeah.
From LA.
Yeah.
And you're listening to BFF.FM, best frequencies forever. WWNBB, we will never be boring collective. Label showcase. It's time to listen to Repulsor from the band Crescendo.
Call
this was Crescendo Band from LA. Even this album, it's I mean, from the Bandcamp we are looking at, it's sold out. So yeah, and also while I was putting the song into the system here, I saw that like many of these songs that we played were already in the system. So that means that few other DJs from the station already played this song.
It means that a lot of good taste.
A lot of good taste around. Yeah. I mean, BFF, it's a great radio station. You know, it's such a pleasure to be part of. And you know, like community radio, doing like more than 100 hours a week of live programming. So anyway,
that's pretty awesome.
The focus is the label, not the station.
No, but I mean, the label labels exist because there's a
radio
station.
Yeah.
So you know, we need each other.
Yeah, but also it's good. Like I mean, also we met at the Bay Area Record Fair where we were having a stand with we were playing actually the music. So you know, it's a nice synergy. Okay, so this was another part of the story of the label, WWNBB. This band Crescendo with an also nice, beautiful vinyl press.
Yeah, very little, many little part of the story to build a record label. But yeah, I'm always sad when a band, you know, that I like, you know, not that the music stays, but I'm always sad when the band doesn't play anymore live, especially because you know, the energy of a live show is something that you can't really, you know, even if the record is beautiful and colorful, the live show is something different.
I know, and also live shows are very important to keep the band together, keep the band alive. But you know,
or split them apart.
Or split them apart. But because you know that like life sometimes, you know, like so in bands, not everybody's on the same page.
And playing together is really emotionally demanding. It's a relationship, so you know.
Touring life is not easy, you know, like that, and all of that, you know, and all of that. But definitely, yes, indeed, it's a pity to see bands that are not playing anymore.
Absolutely.
But you know, one good thing is that you know, the music remains and it's like recorded, and that's why you
can find it on our Bandcamp.
You can find it on our Bandcamp. Yes. What else you wanna pull from the record box?
From the archives.
From the archives.
Let's see. So you mentioned South by Southwest, and it connects a little bit all of the dots because South by Southwest is a festival of live music, of course, and it is a great spot for Italian bands from bands from all over the world to come here and showcase their live and their music, and possibly open, you know, new doors.
New doors for different like market and, you know, crowds.
So when I was in Italy, South by Southwest was always something like that I was looking at in a very
kind of in an epic way, no? Because
exactly.
You gotta say this, like from Italy, like music from the US looks like under some glossing or like, well, wow, what's going on here?
Yeah, everything.
Epic,
you know, festivals and bands. So when I finally managed to bring one of the bands to South by Southwest, I was very excited. And this band was Brothers-in-Law, another band that doesn't exist anymore as a band. They all, you know, play music and do other things now, but this was the band that allowed me to go to South by Southwest and start a relationship with the festival now, so that every year I bring more and more bands. Well, not I bring. It feels like without me they wouldn't be able to do it.
But you as the label, no? Like
I put some work into it. So yeah, I bring these bands to South by Southwest in Austin. But yeah, Brothers-in-Law from Pesaro was the first band that I brought to Austin, and I would like to play the song Middle of Nowhere.
Middle of Nowhere.
Yeah.
Song number 4. All right. this was Middle of Nowhere, Brothers in Law. So we were talking while the mics were off, and I was like, what do you say? I say this. I say like you're doing a great job, Samuele, like bringing giving like to Italian bands a new audience, no? Because bringing like spreading the music outside their own town, their own city, their own country, also, no?
Yeah, it's a new perspective to the bands. Like the immediate goal for an Italian band would be to play outside of Italy, but in Europe, just crossing the border, trying to tour outside of Italy. The United States is a big step for an Italian band, but really changes the dynamics for a band. Seeing how things work in the United States, seeing how other bands tour and play and live. Is a completely mind-changing experience for a lot of Italian bands, and that's why I really like to push the bands to come over here and try because it's difficult, but it's always worth it, I believe, and it is an amazing experience. Unfortunately, for bands coming from Italy, it is extremely expensive. It's not always a successful experience, because sometimes you end up playing in venues where you get paid like $5 and you still have to pay for a hotel or a place to sleep,
transportation,
yeah.
food,
So it is economically not easy, but things are changing on that aspect as well, because now Italy is really doing something for music and trying to export music more and more. Just a few months ago, a new office opened that is as the goal to export Italian music, so supporting artists, and I am really, really happy and thankful that it exists now. Because with the Italian music export, hopefully, more and more bands will be able to cross the border.
So there's going to be there is a new office for Italian music export.
Yeah, it's called Italian Music Export,
Okay.
and their goal is to support bands and help them tour and promote their music outside of Italy.
Yeah, because for a band, it's the most important thing is to let them be heard, no?
Yeah.
And like you guys as a record label do this bridge and bring their sound outside the border, and also this band is no more playing together, but probably like when they play, like a great moment for them, no?
Yeah, absolutely. It was they actually played twice. They came back last year, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's and the fact that they came back, that they decide to make the investment again, because this was before the Italian Music Export Office was created. So they it's something that they really wanted to do, because it's worth it. There's no denying it. It is worth it to come over here and play and see how things work on a different stage in a different country, a different festival. They played at 3/4 Music Festival as well in Boise, Idaho. So yeah, it's what we're trying to do more and more, of course, without forcing bands to come or to get out of their comfort zone, but definitely trying to give them the opportunity to do it.
Cool. That's great. WWNBB, We Were Never Been Boring Collective, little showcase of the label. What else are you gonna pick from
we're gonna stay. We were talking when the microphones were off about Pesaro and the title of the song, which is Middle of Nowhere, like Pesaro is middle of nowhere. And this other band is from Pesaro as well. Actually, they share the guitar player with brothers-in-law. This band is called Be Forest. They also have played in San Francisco in the past. They've played at South by Southwest. They're now recording their third album, and I hope it's going to be out maybe at the end of the year or at the beginning of 2019. And we can play, I don't know, whatever you've... maybe Lost Boy. Let's play Lost Boy.
Lost Boy.
Yep.
All right. You want to show the...
Yep.
The cover, BFF.fm. And this was Lost Boy by B Forest. So another band from Italy that with a global sound. So doesn't matter where you're from, like you can play any kind of music, and mostly you can play what resonates for you, to you, no? So
exactly. And then there's someone in a radio in San Francisco that puts your records on, and that makes it all worth it.
Yeah, and you know, if you listen to this music, how can you tell that was made here or there or somewhere else? No? So you know, this is the beauty of it. And okay. So
yeah, so as I said, they're recording now their third album, and I'm very excited about it. Can't wait to listen to what they're doing.
Okay.
But definitely, you know, the goal is again to try and bring them to the United States, and maybe even further, and you know, have them play wherever wherever we can.
Yeah. it's good for give like this opportunity, this extended crowd. No, like expanding the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go
you want
for a
something else?
next.
Right.
No, I mean, you got
No,
lots
I like
of
it. I
releases,
like it.
so
There's still a lot of music here.
Yeah.
And you know that whatever we don't get to play, then I will get text messages saying, "Hey, why did you play?"
Why you play this one? Like,
so I start by not playing my band, especially because the accent was pretty bad. But let's go to Sweden.
Okay.
This is a record that is half Swedish and half Italian. So the band is Frida and Ale. Frida is from Sweden, and Ale is basically the third pillar of We Were Never Been Boring.
Okay.
So Ale has a studio, and he basically invited Frida to record some songs together. And this is a beautiful 10-inch record.
yeah, nice edition, 10-inch, yes.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. We are really in love at We Were Never Been Boring. We're really in love with the Swedish indie pop, and this is I think a good record if you like that kind of music. I would like to play Self-Destructive Girlfriends.
All right, Self-Destructive Girlfriends, Frida and Ale.
They say loving is fun, but I'm not sure that I want love around. Me and my friends know loving is hard. We are experts in meaningless and self-destructive love. They say loving is true, but I've never been and will never be true to you. Me and my friends know loving is hard. Me and my friends die like flies when we fall in love. But we are better than to have destructive girlfriends, you and I. They say love comes for those who wait. I say I'd rather die than be an easy bait. All of my friends know loving is hard. We are experts in meaningless and self-destructive love, but we are better than to have destructive girlfriends, you and I. We are better than to have destructive girlfriends, you and I. We are better than to have destructive girlfriends, you and I.
Frida and Ale, Sweden-Italy collaboration. Yes, also, European, your label is open to European acts as well,
Of course,
like American.
yes.
So
Everywhere. There's
Everywhere.
no borders in
no
music.
border. Yes, exactly.
In fact, we are crossing the border from Sweden to Norway now, and
Alright.
still via Italy because Ale is still involved with this album. This is Soda Fountain Rag. You might need to play it from the record probably.
Yes.
Because it's a collaboration with a Spanish record label called
which
Clico.
song?
The first one on the A side.
Okay, it's a 45, no?
Yeah. I keep my headphones on, and it's I really like the meaning of the song as well, because it's basically respect the headphones, and Ragnhild, the singer, it is a good advocate. And she describes it better with her words in the song.
All right. So Soda Fountain Rag. BFF.FM. Espresso Sesh.
I would rather walk here on my own. still I try. Did you try? Not to lie, all the time. 'Cause then no one will believe that I still try. Do you try? Not to lie, quite as much. I keep my headphones on, keep my headphones on, take the bus instead, keep my headphones on, stare into the sky, stare down in the street. I keep my headphones on, listen out alone, keep my headphones on, don't care what you got, keep my headphones on, stare into the sky, stare down in the street.
Soda Fountain Rag. Keep my headphone on.
Yeah, from Norway. Okay, where shall we go now?
Give a shout to Angel listening from Catania.
Hey,
Where are we going now? Where are we going now?
let's
Where are
go
you
to
taking us?
New York.
All right.
So this is an interesting mix. The singer, it's a couple, half
Alright.
Italian, half Canadian. Nicola and Zoe. I don't know. Maybe you can find it on Bandcamp
Let
or.
me see the Syrah.
The name of the band is Desiride, and
This one? Yes.
yes, that's it. So they live in New York, but is Italian. She's Canadian, and their sound is pretty unique, I think. I don't know. We can pick any song out of this one. I would go with Fever Free, maybe.
Fever Free, yes.
High standard, she knows what they are. No room temperature caviar. You get what you see. No potentiality. Has an abandoned blind. You lose, so you're disqualified. High standard, she knows what hers are. Your mistakes won't get you far. You see the way she's glowing. She faces a left day now. I'm delighted without showing. She got my eye with her highbrow. She looks so empathy. Girl, make me feel free. High standards never got her far. Her real friends, she don't know who they are. Beware of what you see. She's lost her own identity. You see the way she's glowing. She faces her lipstick now. She's got her nose up in the air.
And this was the sound of Dizzy Ride. Yes, it's another palette, another like color in the palette that you guys have in the collective. No,
Yeah,
it's
another sound, another atmosphere, another story.
another story, another vibe. Lots of stories, like lots of difference.
Yeah.
This is like a good thing. No, like props to that for that. Where are we going next? Time is like it's 3:25. We are live here in San Francisco. Beautiful day.
I know. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go to London.
Okay.
If you can find this one on the Bandcamp, it's a Echo Park. So Echo Park is a guy from Puglia, actually, the heel of Italy, who lives in
This one?
yeah, lives in the UK, makes music there, but dreams of LA. So the title, the name of the band is Echo Park.
Echo Park, yes.
And we're gonna listen to End.
All right. Eco Park song End. This is another production of WWNBB.
Yes. Okay, we don't have much time and so many songs.
I know. It's. Can we stop the clock for a second? How does it work?
No, we will have to do a second edition next year for the 10th anniversary.
Yes,
I'll come
please.
back with more records.
Yes, please.
But let's go back to Italy now. So we were talking earlier about records that we follow from birth
Oh yeah.
until stage. So we're gonna play Birth.
Actually.
This is a band from Italy. We're gonna listen to Chlorine, and keep your eyes open because she will be playing in San Francisco this summer.
Okay. So we're gonna listen to which one? So
Chlorine.
Chlorine, track number 2. All right. Birth.
I thought love was enough, but truth is love is dead. I'm pretending I'm a ghost so you can sleep well in your bed. But you just make me sick, and you just haunt my dreams like a demon in my head that kills the happiness in me. You're not wanted here. You're not wanted here. And I'd rather drown into the sea than let you save me. And you make me sick. And you make me sick. And I'd rather fall into the void than cling to your lips. And you're a soulless creature, and your death's worst feature. And you just pretend that you're ashamed, but you're a godless creature. And you just make me scream. You're chlorine in my veins, the blood flooding to my brain. The times I begged for you to stay. You're not wanted here. You're not wanted here. You're not wanted here.
And this was Birth with 2H at the end, Chlorine. It's nice to see also while we play this music that most of the vinyl edition of this are sold out. So, these are the sales are doing good.
Well,
It's,
you need to keep an eye on our records and quickly buy your copy before
yeah, because,
before it's gone.
And also I've seen that all the tracks I've been playing so far, we've been playing so far, somebody else in the station played already 3 or 4 times. So,
That's good.
yes, it's a good, it's
More
a
and
good
more.
song. More and more. All right, so we
now
go next.
I was
Time is
thinking
king. So, yeah.
to do like a world premiere. This album is gonna come out on Friday,
But
But it's not out yet, so you will need to play it from the record.
Yes.
And I think, you can play track number 1 or 2, whatever. 2 if you can, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I can play the 2. Yes.
So this is a band from
you
based in
described-
Bologna called the Jackson Pollock. It's one of the most energetic live bands I've ever seen in my life, and so I saw them in Italy last year when I was visiting, and it was love at first sight. And now finally there's a little album coming out this weekend. It's 7 tracks on a 7-inch record, so
it's gonna
pretty
be.
unique.
It's a 45 RPM.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you
yeah.
sure? Okay, cool. All right. 7 tracks on a 7-inch.
Yep.
All right. The Jackson Pollock. I didn't cue very well, but it's gonna be up after. Yes. We are live here, Espresso Sesh. It's a premiere of this track. It's going to be released like soon. So
World premiere.
World premiere. Like nice punk attitude, like fast song, like
Yeah,
7,
it's,
like short.
It's 2 people in this band.
2 people. Okay, it's a duo. Okay,
It's hard to believe that they can make so much
like this
noise.
so much noise in 2. Yes.
But it's it's very powerful.
Let's
Awesome.
let's just show the.
Yeah, I don't have the cover yet, but
Yeah,
should be ready by Friday
by Friday
for shipping.
Okay.
All right. I don't know. How many tracks do we have?
We have 15 minutes. So yeah, 15 minutes.
Okay, let's stay in Italy. This band from Venice should be up there if you want to.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, whatever you prefer. The band is called Hund, which is a German word, but they sing in English. And we're going to play Matches. This is the single from their album coming out mid-May. So it's basically out of the album coming out soon.
Okay, so Matches. This was Matches by Hand. And what's
Yes.
next? What's
So
next?
we're back in New York State with Jake Bellissimo. He's based in Rochester. The album came out a few months ago. I let you pick any song because I cannot see.
Okay. what about In Weston?
That sounds great.
Okay. So this is Jack Bellissimo in Weston.
Only in my dreams have I seen you so recently. But talking about it is getting old. I have to fix what I've been told. Got lost on the way home in Weston without a phone. Didn't matter, it was no reception zone. I almost gave up till I found a tree that said, "Wait, I will tell you the truth. I might have to change, but stay with me for a while, because I will not change."
In Weston, Jake Bellissimo, WWNBB. We've never been boring collective.
Yes, that's us.
Samuele, thank you so far for taking us on a journey. I know there is no time enough for playing all the music, but great selection so far.
Yeah, the more we play, the more there's other,
wanna play
other
it.
albums,
Okay.
other
I
bands,
know.
other music that I want to play. So we will definitely need to do it again next year.
But we have like 15 minutes and something like that. So let's play something else.
Oh, really?
Something
Okay,
else.
let's plan to play a couple of songs.
Couple of songs, yes.
So I will play this band called Skeletons on Me. It's a band from Italy that now is, I believe, in Prague. But the sound is very much, we could identify it as a K record sound. And I think you can find it there on Bandcamp. It's probably faster.
Let me see the cover.
Here.
Okay.
And we're gonna play Find Me.
Let me see. Yes.
There it is.
Skeleton on Me. Find Me. BFF.fm.
The only way is to care about rest.
All right. And what's next? It's like one of the newest release, latest
Yeah,
release.
this is one of the latest release. It's a girl from Modena, Italy. The name of the band is Her Skin, and we're gonna listen to Prickly Pear. And I think we can probably say bye bye, or
we can close the show. I mean, it's 3:50. Sounds good to me. Stay tuned on BFF.fm because Astral Projection Radio Hour is coming next at 4 p.m. Thank you so much, Samuele, for being here.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for taking us in this trip. Wish we had more time, but it's up to you guys. Go to WWNBB.net and listen to what you haven't so far. And
there's a lot more.
And there's a lot more. And please support independent record label, independent like reality, because we need your support. WWNBB, BFF.fm. Thank you. See you next Tuesday, same time, same station. And let's listen to Prickly Pear first by Erskine.
Treat me like a prickly pear, so that